So it should read, good afternoon.
Yeah, hold on, I've encountered this before, look at this screen.
Yeah, I just went past it. I had the same thing, so I just looked.
Hit
keep
next.
going. Just keep going. Next. There we go. Welcome. Hello. How can I help you today?
Why is it so blurry?
That is the, it's doing the,
It's a resolution.
You gotta
no,
go-
it's
go through all
the,
that.
just go through all of
I
it,
just
yeah.
typed in
Just
It's
keep
just,
doing
it's
the
just
next.
teaching you how to do it.
Look up alarm.
Just go ahead and hit priority
something
2.
else. I go, let's try this.
There you go.
Code 13.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay?
All right.
All right. So on your app, you should see lookup alarm, find control parameter, search for ECTO, ETCO parameter conversion, looking up configuration ID, Prodigy 2.0 navigation.
There we go.
Let's click on that. So when you click on that, you will see, looks like you want to look up Prodigy navigation. Please select. So there is the procedure and navigation for the pre-installation, which we've walked through. How to set up the control method for a wired thermostat, for R2U standalone, setting the damper position, and when we talk about damper position, we're talking about what? The economizer, outside air, okay? Dehumidification settings, again, we would have what device?
Humidistat.
Right?
Oh.
And backnet. We are the only manufacturer currently that has anything like this.
That's pretty smooth, man.
Now, let's go ahead and back out. Go ahead and hit in the lower left corner,
Oh.
the little green house. There in the bottom right corner, you will see 3 straight lines. Touch on that. And a green screen should slide over to the left.
Oh,
Videos.
it's not working.
Let's touch on videos.
Oh, there we go.
Oh. this
So
is
can I
actually-
share something real fast? For example, in the Midwest and more east, obviously these units are more predominant, right? We get an alarm code, I'm making it up, you probably know the alarm code, 87 or whatever, it's humiditrol, air, or there's like a damper close. So let's say you guys get a work order, now the auto assignments go to you first, you can get a ticket that says, hey, no airflow, get stuff in here or something, right? It could potentially have that alarm, you guys could check that alarm and be like, oh, a fire smoke damper's closed.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go troubleshoot or decide to send a vendor or however you remedy, you guys are like doing a remote diagnostics and targeting specifically what needs to be fixed versus going there, putting on gauges, taking your temps, and kind of chasing a ghost. And so
Exactly.
this kind of gets us targeted to, instead of troubleshooting for 6-8 hours, I already know what I'm going
I
to
know what
look
I'm
at.
going to look at.
And
Yeah.
so that's kind of the value in residential type little cube,
Mhm.
buying the Cadillac, right? So these are some of those bells and whistles why we've decided to invest that way.
Okay.
Yeah, back to, it's the most common is alarm.
Like you can run these systems through
76,
self-diagnostic
which
testing.
is
to tell
talks
you
about
what's
the
wrong with it,
control,
right?
and probably that's the first thing I would do
Your car and it
is
tells you
see if there's a sensor on the wall.
Exactly.
No sensor on the wall, go to the roof and see if it's sitting in the.
Sorry,
floor
just wanted
section.
to, trying to
There's
tie
no.
it in.
No
So
worries.
that's,
You're
that's
helping me
one
sell
of
it.
those things.
Are they wireless or do you have to stand?
No, they have to be wired back to that wire.
Vendor.
But my point is, to Jason's point, that's when you know up front if you have the alarm code.
So, in reviewing the videos on the app, the very first one that you see there is setting up the Prodigy for L connection. Again, L connection would be Lennox's proprietary control system. Okay. Next, after that, programming the Prodigy controller for Energins 3 to 5 tons. That's probably a big one for you guys. Okay. Setting up the Prodigy controller for backnet operation. Another big one for you guys. Okay. Programming for 7 to 50 tons. Okay. May or may not need that one, I don't know. Okay. Prodigy controller in test mode. So if your vendor is like, hey, I've never worked on a Lennox unit before. Hey, download this app. There's a video. Watch it. Call me back after you're done. Right? How awesome is that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the list goes on and on and on.
Not that they're gonna spend time to look at the video.
I want to make some money.
They might. Okay. So click on the top 3 lines at the top. Hit the X. Now, remember we talked about configuration ID?
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. So tap look up configuration ID.
Oh,
And it asks you, is this for configuration ID 1 or 2? Now remember, configuration 1 basically told the unit what? Whether it's got humiditrol, economizer, type of economizer, power exhaust, the control of the power exhaust, okay? And so forth and so forth and so forth, right? So let's go ahead and click configuration ID number 1. And I'm going to give you some parameters. So let's go ahead and say I have a 5-ton package product, no humiditrol with an economizer, temperature only, and that's all I got. So that would mean I'm typing in N, T, N, 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 N. I think one more N, yeah, so 7 letters. Okay? Click done. Oh, one more, you gotta put one more letter in there. Another N,
Oh, yeah, there you
okay?
how many should there be?
7 letters total.
Okay?
O-R-T and then
Oh,
There you go.
Okay.
Now, what you see then thereafter comes down, tells you what the unit's got. Humiditrol, not installed. Economizer, temperature, power exhaust, none. Power exhaust control, none. Network module, none. VFD, bypass, not installed. Advanced airflow control, not installed. Outdoor air control, not applicable for future use. So if you were there looking at the unit and you were looking at the tags and you were wondering, and the book's missing, what the hell does this mean? Hello, right?
go. So looking through the unit.
Go to your
push
ID
this
numbers,
pretty
put
much-
that in, it'll tell you everything right then.
Tell you everything, okay?
I
Not
don't know
only
if
is this
I'm looking.
intuitive, but it's teachable over the phone to any one particular vendor that's honest and tells you, hey, I've never worked on Lennox.
Yeah,
Can you give me some pointers on what I need to look for? You got your smartphone with you? Yeah. Go to your Google store, download Lennox Prodigy app. I'll walk you through it.
I would encourage if you guys are, if you're using Safer Source, if you're using Source.
Source and echo.
And Echo, Kilgore Mechanical, I think, is attending your fusion training. So one of your guys, like your vendor, like a Source, is gonna attend this same training to kind of get acclimated as well, to be that much better in installing, so when they turn over the equipment, you guys have less errors to go, resolve, right? And so, if you guys are talking to your vendors that are either doing repairs on your stuff or doing installs, feel free to educate them as much as possible, or send them the documentation, or maybe try to tie them off with Kurt and
Yeah.
get them up to speed on the product offerings. It just benefits, you guys
Yeah,
from a
yes.
repair standpoint, so feel free to kind of share that.
Yeah, tagging onto that, any vendors that you are working with, any questions they have, we have training available. It's like Omar said, he works with people. We have various training classes, we can do webinars. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we can do. So if they say, look, I don't know that product, I'm not comfortable with it, let them know that we'd be glad to help them out. And guess what? We have trips just like Carrier does too.
Oh, absolutely. And if
For our
anything else,
customers, yeah.
I challenge you to challenge me, okay? I want to get to a point where literally, I'm never home. Literally. Because the more familiar you get with my product, the more you're going to want to buy it.
You
And
didn't tell-
eventually, at some point
You
in
didn't
time.
tell your wife that.
There's a hidden agenda here. You know, John over here, Johnny over there,
Yeah.
you catch me. No, but seriously. But then we get to a point where eventually our customers now know our product so well that as the changes roll out, you guys are like, oh, they just went from this to that. And now your vendors are learning along with you. So the synergy that's created as a result of these classes and us taking the initiative to proactively actually train our customers, God forbid what a thought, okay, is huge. Coming from Carrier, I will tell you, they are behind, okay? They've lost traction. Train, it's a pain in the ass to work with those guys. You gotta have your salesman on the line, you gotta know your account number, then when you get through to technical support, they're assholes. Are they not?
You gotta know your account number again.
Yeah. York doesn't have technical support, it's through whoever's manning the phone there that day in that office that one day, and he's a former Carrier guy. You know what I mean? We are the only ones going after this. And I'm not just making that up. I mean, legitimately, when's the last time any one of you called Carrier tech support?
It's been a while.
You don't, do you?
That's what you're
Taking care of all.
I'll be
the
honest.
Right.
ones on our carrier shoulders.
And let's be
I think
honest,
it's just
Sigler's
parts
not
and
exactly the
stuff
most
with shelf
responsive
names.
either.
That's where all
And actually with Lennox, the older units, like 10, 15 years ago, Lennox
If
was
it's that complicated.
technicians like
Friendly.
Yeah,
Right.
you have to call
It
Dallas.
was like literally the worst setup, but now it's like
10 years ago,
all the way
you're
around.
right, we had logistic issues, we didn't have the locations and the stores, you know what I mean? It was a running joke, oh, you bought a Lennox? Good luck with that. You know what I mean? 'Cause you couldn't get parts, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll have that part here in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks?
Yeah.
What are you, nuts, dude? I gotta get this thing up and running today, what's wrong with you? Oh, well, you know,
I don't know why it didn't.
we conquered that too, okay? So we're in it for the long run, and obviously, again, the idea is, what I'm trying to sell and impress upon you is, we're not going backwards, we're only gonna go forward.
When you guys told me about the 48 hours of getting a whole new unit, I was blown away. I was like, holy crap. That's
See,
changed.
With national accounts, I think the approach is that obviously you are a specialty customer of ours, you're national, you know what I'm saying? So obviously we have to take care of you in a national way, you know what I mean? And that's why you guys have your own support representatives, application engineers, specifically for your account, okay? Now, what I'd like to do in finishing up with the time that we have left, okay, is I'd like each and every one of you to come up and play around with the trainer, okay?